Hey everyone, it's Chronic Blaze here, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be unboxing the Elgato Hd60S. So in some of my videos, especially the YouTube goals and announcements, you will have heard that I was looking into an external capture card. So this was the one that I finally decided on. So it's 1080p 60 capture, which I really like. It's USB 3.0, and it's basically instant game view. So if you pick this up inside the box, you will get the Elgato Game Capture Hd60S, plus a USB 3.0 cable, that's a USB-C cable, and an HDMI cable. It works on Mac and Windows 10, and you will get analog audio, HDMI in, and USB 3.0 Type-C on one side. On the other side, you get an HDMI out. So the way this thing works, one HDMI cord you plug into the Elgato, and another HDMI cord you plug into the TV. So the Elgato kind of works as a pass-through, and then you plug in the USB 3.0 Type-C cable to your computer. It's not a USB-C cable, it's USB-C to USB 3.0, and then you plug that into your computer, and then you're good to go. So you do need Windows 10 64-bit. The graphics card, it's not too demanding. Intel HD graphics will do. Or a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 600 series or better. The CPU has to be an Intel i5 quad core, and you will need a USB 3.0 port. But let's stop looking at the box. Let's open this thing up and see what we get inside of here. It's pretty easy to open. And then here we go. If we open it up here, so there's a link to actually get the software that you'll need for your laptop, elgato.com/gaming/download. And in here, we have the Elgato itself. This is the first time that I'm seeing this, of course, because it's an unboxing video. That looks really cool. And then here we have some cables as well as a nice Elgato sticker and an instruction manual. So that's basically all you get in the box. So as you can see, this is what comes in the box. So first we got the Elgato Game Capture Hd60S. This actually looks really cool. The finish on it actually feels pretty nice too. So when you connect it, this bar in the middle here, this will, I don't know how well it gets on camera, but this will actually light up. So that's how you know it's connected. So you got the HDMI out here on one side. On the other side, you have the USB-C, the HDMI in, as well as the audio. I don't know what the audio is entirely used for. And then here we got a USB-C cable. It actually looks pretty long. And then we got an HDMI cable. Now you're gonna notice that they only supply one HDMI cable. The reason for that is because the HDMI cable for my Xbox, the HDMI cable that you use will have to be hooked up into one side of the Elgato. They only supply the second HDMI cable. So what I've decided to do is just voice over a Rocket League gameplay, because I feel that doing this instead of just talking about the Elgato and showing it for 5 minutes would be a bit better, because this gameplay was captured by the Elgato Hd60S. Now, the Elgato does support 1080p because of my situation where I'm playing off of a 720p TV. I do have to use the Elgato at 720p, but it can handle 1080p. I was actually getting an issue when recording my Xbox where the Xbox was at 1080p, but my TV and Elgato was at 720. So the image produced by the Elgato was just a blurry image. So what I had to do was I had to change the Xbox resolution to 1080p, which seemed to solve the problem. And now my Elgato capturing with it works really well. Now you'll notice when you're capturing, it does seem a bit laggy. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend playing off of the Elgato while capturing, because for me it's a bit laggy, but the footage that you're seeing is super smooth right now. Like, I'm really surprised that it worked this well. So the Elgato is really easy to use. Now with setting it up, since I didn't know what the problem was why I was getting a blurry image, I did have to phone Elgato support, and their support is actually really good. So if you're ever having any troubles with the Elgato, don't be afraid to contact their support. It's like really good. I actually just did it by phone, which was the easiest for me. And their support staff are really good. So I would definitely, if you have any problems, I would recommend just calling them. That's how I knew what the problem was. But the gameplay is just the best part of the Elgato. It is so ridiculously smooth. Like, I'm really, like, 1080p 60 for my recordings, that's kind of rare the way I used to do it. My old way was I would Xbox game stream to a Windows 10 laptop while having Bandicam and a voiceover going at the same time and editing it all in Movie Maker. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Elgato Hd60S, and just edit it in Movie Maker. And this will allow me to live stream to YouTube. So you guys will be seeing some YouTube live streams coming your way in the near future. With the Elgato, you can also record your PC. The way to record a PC is if you use the HDMI out port on the PC, plug that into the Elgato, and then what you can do is just plug in the USB-C to USB port into your computer. That's how you record your computer. I'm actually looking to do some videos with the Elgato, kind of recording other computers or even recording old consoles. There's a couple adapters that I'll need to get, but I'm kind of willing to do that so I can record older consoles for you guys, because the Elgato does only have an HDMI port, so you can't record old consoles like the Wii or the Xbox 360 without an HDMI port and stuff like that. But the Elgato, the Hd60S is really good. I would totally recommend it. I would give this thing a 9 out of 10 if I had to rate it, because once you get everything set up, their support's really good. It's easy to set up as long as you have the right settings, which in my situation, I haven't even tinkered with my Xbox display settings, so that was why I had to put my Xbox on 720p to get it to work. But once you've tinkered with all the settings, once you've got it working, it's really good and really useful. Now, your computer might lag a little bit. The requirements are an i5 quad core. I'm actually filming on an i5 dual core and getting this footage. My computer specs, I don't have a graphics card. It's a Core i5-7200U with 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. That's my laptop specs. I had the Elgato plugged into that and it was working really well. So I would totally recommend this. It definitely can run on lower end hardware. Still, I wouldn't recommend running it on something like an Intel Celeron or something that's just that bad. But this is such a good capture card and I would totally recommend it. So now the big concern would be price. So the Elgato Game Capture Hd60S is normally $180 US. However, I was able to pick my Hd60S up for $130 on Black Friday. 130 bucks, an Elgato Hd60S is a really good deal. Even at 180 for that level of video of performance and recording is still really good. I would totally recommend this capture card 100%. If you don't want to go crazy with an HD60 Pro or something, I would totally recommend just getting the HD60S, especially for console recording. It's probably the best kind of capture card you can get for console recording. I have seen other YouTubers that do use different capture cards. For example, one of the YouTubers that I follow, Josh Plays, uses the Elgato Camlink, and it's also made by Elgato, and I think just Elgato, the brand, has a really good reputation for gaming capture cards, and I would 100% recommend getting a capture card by them. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. So what do you think about the Elgato Hd60S? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of my videos. Even though I have gotten the Elgato Hd60S and I'm able to stream to YouTube, I really, really love Twitch. I'm really kind of starting to build up. I've just started building up a community on there. So I will still be streaming on Twitch. My Twitch will be linked in every video. Mixer streams now are a bit iffy, so Mixer streams will most likely be discontinued. But now we'll get background music in the streams that you can actually hear, and some better quality streaming, hopefully, with the Elgato Hd60S. But that was going to wrap this video, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video.